Some of the best stories are rarely told tales of survival, world changing successes, heroic deeds, the daring, cunning, and sometimes a bit quirky. These are the stories of real people, some of them ordinary, some virtually unknown for their extraordinary deeds. Feed your imagination and learn from the best, and sometimes the worst, in these amazing tales. Everyone has a story. This is episode number 7, The Woodworker. His wife's death left him devastated, but Ollie needed to be strong for his 4 children, who now depended on him entirely. Ollie was trying to fill the gap, raising his sons alone the best he could. Perhaps as a diversion, he made a pull toy for the boys to play with. It was a wooden duck with small wheels. When he saw how they enjoyed their new toy, he decided to use his leftover wood to make similar pull toys to sell. Little did he know what he was beginning with his simple, well-made wooden toys. Ollie had grown up in a dirt-poor Danish family and had learned early how to fend for himself. His struggle during those humble beginnings served him well throughout his life to follow. At the tender age of 7, Ollie began working as a local farmhand herding sheep and cattle. Like so many young men in the early 1900s, boys by contemporary standards, Ollie learned a trade at age 14. He took up an apprenticeship with an older brother learning carpentry. After serving in the Danish military on the eve of World War I, Ollie worked in Germany and Norway, where his skills earned him enough to return home in 1916 to practice his trade. At the ripe age of 24, Ollie used his savings to purchase the Billund carpentry shop. His business produced high-quality household items such as doors, cabinets, cupboards, and other furniture, in addition to coffins and parts for horse-drawn carts. Ollie built a reputation that led to him working on larger-scale projects like farmhouses and churches. He married Kirstine, the daughter of a cheesemaker whom he met in Norway. They would be blessed with 4 children. On a Sunday afternoon in 1924, Ollie and his wife were taking a nap. 2 of their sons had tried to light a glue heater in the shop and accidentally set fire to some wood shavings. Their shop and family home burned to the ground, a complete loss. Determined to recover from the calamity, Ollie hired an architect to draw up plans for a new and bigger building. Ollie insisted on quality craftsmanship. His new place even had a concrete sidewalk, the only sidewalk in Billund at the time. But it turned out to be more than Ollie could afford, so he moved his entire family into a single room and rented out the other rooms. His woes were compounded by the Great Depression. Orders for new work diminished, and Ollie once again found himself struggling to survive. Adapting to a world in economic crisis, Ollie supported his family by shifting his production to utility items, which were always in demand. He made small and affordable wooden household goods, such as ironing boards, stools, and stepladders. Sadly, his wife Kirsten died in 1932, shortly after giving birth to their 4th son. Ollie found himself widowed, with 4 boys and a business on the verge of ruin. But Ollie had endured misery before, and he would adapt and persevere through these setbacks as well. Saving factory scrap wood, Ollie began making toys for his children. Beginning with that small wooden duck on wheels, Ollie saw how much joy he was able to give his children through a few simple and lovingly crafted toys. He offered them for sale alongside the other items he produced. He soon realized that during economic hard times, the toys sold better. So he made a decision in 1934 to put his entire focus on making and marketing his toys. With the youthful insight and assistance of his 12-year-old son, Gottfried, Ollie designed a variety of toys like ferry boats, airplanes, buses. What better R&D department could Ollie have than 4 young boys? Though simply designed, the toys were made with high-quality birch wood, painted and impeccably finished. His toys became very popular, earning Ollie both profits and a good name. His company gained a reputation for creating high-quality wooden toys that children loved and parents could afford, even in desperate times. Ollie's business had grown to 7 employees, and he never wavered from his dedication to deliver the highest quality product. He lived by his personal motto, which was, "Only the best is good enough." His son even made it into a sign which hung on the wall for all the employees to see. Ollie's company was making a variety of wooden toys, some simple, some more complex, including traditional wooden blocks, tractors, sailboats, yo-yos, chalkboards, and games. Then, in 1942, an electrical short circuit caused another fire, burning the entire factory and warehouse to ashes. Like before, the fire did not stop Ollie. He took out loans and constructed a much bigger building at the same location as the old workshop. Following World War II, a new material emerged that offered promise in many different industries: plastic. Despite its then expensive price and uncertainty about the future of this technology, Ollie bought an injection molding machine for plastic products. He got some resistance from his sons, who were now assisting him in the business, but Ollie had ideas about how to use it for making toys. The company continued to manufacture both wooden and plastic toys, including a type of interlocking building blocks. The blocks were called automatic binding bricks. The main appeal was that these were creative toys designed to enable children to exercise their imagination. The original concept came from a British company, Kittycraft, but the toys weren't perfect. The interlocking bricks broke apart too easily. Ollie's son, Gottfried, once again demonstrated his ingenuity. He solved the problem by adding 3 plastic tubes on the bottoms of the plastic blocks that allowed them to snap together securely and stay joined. Ollie died in 1958 at the age of 66 from a heart attack. He never did live to see just how successful his son Gottfried and his toy company would become. In 1959, there was a third fire that destroyed their entire inventory of wood products. A strategic decision was made to rebuild exclusively for plastic toy production going forward. His sons evolved those plastic interlocking bricks into iconic toys loved by generations of children and adults across the globe. Indeed, many of us today could not imagine our childhoods without them. We all enjoyed them as children, and now curse them as adults when we step on them with bare feet. By now, you know we're talking about Lego, from the Danish "lære, or play well. You may have assumed that Lego originated in the R&D department of some global toy manufacturer. While the behemoths of the toy world spend millions on research and development, Ollie had drawn upon a hardscrabble life and the pure joy of entertaining his own children to build Lego literally from the ashes. Ollie never depended on a team of experts with lab coats to advise him on which toys children would clamor for their parents to buy. When he founded Lego, it was a company that emerged from the love he had for his 4 boys. Ollie Kirk Christensen's legacy continues to live on in the toys loved by millions of children everywhere. The production of Lego toys has extended to over 130 countries around the world. And it all started with a woodworker. That's his story. Stories like this and others are meant to be shared. You can pass them along to friends and family, especially your kids. They'll love this one. It'll give you something to talk about. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up on YouTube, iTunes, or wherever you're listening. Add it to your favorites so you won't miss any good episodes. You're listening to the Everyone Has a Story podcast, a production of realmedia.us. I'm Rodney Powell. Are you in marketing or advertising for an organization or company? Maybe these stories have inspired you to want to tell your own. That's terrific. I'm here to support that. Professional voiceover is one tool to help you tell your story in a way that'll make people slow down and listen from beginning to end. You can contact me if you want to know more. Hey, I'm glad we had a little time together, and I'm looking forward to having you back, because everyone has a story.